gotta get used to this new computer. He's driving me nuts, man. There it is. Thanks, man. You killed the phone? Because it's already lighting up like...
I do.
Number 9, number 9, number 9. Laughing. I don't say laughing out loud, right? I can't say that.
LOL.
I got to put LOL in. It's, why do I have my phone? Do I need it? Let me see what he says. And we're on?
Yep.
Hi. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on a second here. Trying to find that article for today that we're here for. Here it is. Alrighty, Godspeed. You ready, Pam?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
The recording has started.
Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank 26 UB2Bs. I guess, you know, it's a supplemental recording that we're doing tonight. And give me just a second. We're having some technical difficulties. We have to sign back in?
No,
It's
it's fine.
okay now? Okay. And yeah, it's good to be with you. Welcome back. And I'm sorry that I've gathered you again. May I suggest that it would really behoove you to make sure you understand yesterday's UB2B that we released. We are KTFalways.com. Keep the faith in our Heavenly Father always. Allow me to pray for tonight's conference call. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this day. We thank you for your grace and your mercy, for it is enough. I ask God that the blood of your Son, Jesus Christ, be used for your church, to protect it, to cleanse it. And I thank you for the sacrifice of your Son on that cross that allows me to be in front of you, to talk to you. Be with us tonight, God, and help me that I can deliver this message. In the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. 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 Well. It's not my fault. I was gonna watch TV tonight. In fact, at 8 o'clock, I'm going to try to finish right about 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, because I think it's, Newsmax at 8 o'clock, the Tucker Show. They're going to talk about Joe Biden's Pandora briefcase. I want to see that. Yeah, the media's not covering it, but boy, are they covering it in depth. I want to thank the New York, the Post. Wow, they're covering it in depth. I want to thank One American News. They're covering it in depth. And don't forget, in my opinion, I would ask you, please, boycott ABC, NBC, CBS, MSNBC, and now NPR. If you don't know what that is, that's the National Public Radio. And the thing is that your your taxes that we pay every year, they are allowed to have funds from our taxes to support the National Public Radio. And they don't want to cover the truth. The FBI director, he's in trouble. When you see, I don't think you'll ever see them, to tell you the truth. They're too graphic. I don't think they're going to show you pornography on television like that. But the description behind it, oh boy, oh buddy. What the FBI did was a crime. You see, when you see injustice with your eyes, you're not supposed to turn around from it. You're supposed to report it to the authorities. What Biden Jr. did, oh my, oh my. And on top of it, what he did with his family, his dad, oh my. And I take it personal. I take it very personal. And the reason why is because they stole my taxpayer money and they lied to me about it. Don't forget, 8 o'clock, Tucker Show tonight, okay? Watch it. All right, let's get to work. How do I do this? I just realized that I also have some people's names down here, Tink. How do I do this, sweetheart? Look at that. You see these people?
Yeah.
I don't want to expose them. I don't know what to do now.
You X them out and that'll get rid of it.
No, I need this information, babe.
There's nothing you can do with it.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Do you want me to get the iPad?
Well, you know what?
Get the iPad.
They're just members' names, right? They're just members' names. It doesn't show anything else. All right, let's do this. The reason we're getting, by the way, number one, number one, this is all in my opinion. This is all just in my opinion, nothing else. Let's see if I can put this down here, babe. Like that?
Yeah, need another one?
Yeah, I'll take another one, thank you. This conference call tonight is solely in my opinion, and I will tell you, don't forget, you really need to go back and listen to Monday night's call. There's a lot of information in that Monday night's call. Well, I can't figure it out, Frank. Then you don't have the discipline to be involved in this investment. No, I'm not being mean. I'm being very truthful. Alrighty. Because in all honesty, I couldn't have made it any more plainer and simpler than what I did last night. Now I'm going to take this camera, I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to aim it at this here article that came out today. And that's the reason why we're having our conference call with you right now. To explain to you some things. And also to give you more of walking stick in my opinion. Okay? Alrighty, so let's see. I'm going to reach for this here. Lift this without breaking everything. Okay, so far so good. And now I'm going to turn the camera around. Alrighty. And we put away our other cameras so you can't see them. That's good. Let's see here. How am I doing? Now let me tilt this down a little bit. Just a little bit, not much. There you go. How about if we zoom in on that? There you go. Voila. Not bad, huh, guys? Not bad at all. Let's just blow that up. There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is our final article. Our final article thread. We just cracked the 400 final article thread. And I want to take some time to explain to you what happened today. There is an economist that we have talked to you many, many times about. You're very well familiar with her. And her name, let's see if I can, there's her name right there. Salam Samazi. And to tell you the truth, you know me with names, I'm going to call her Salam Amazing. Not Sumazing. Salam Amazing. Now, if you remember, we told you that we don't pay attention to anything that Parliament says. Nothing at all. But we did tell you that we told Eddie, our Fireflies, to pay attention to whatever your Prime Minister says. And to pay attention to the Fab Four. And to pay attention to the President of the United States of America, and to pay attention to the governor of your central bank in Iraq. We also said that this lady, Salam, amazing lady, comes out today and says the following, as you can see. A knockout blow to the Iraqi dinar. You look at that, you think to yourself, oh my goodness, the Iraqi dinar got punched in the stomach. No. I have a recording for you tonight from Delta. We're going to share it with you, and it's going to explain this a little further. But I wanted to talk to you about it first. A knockout blow to the Iraqi dinar. The translation is incorrect. The Iraqi dinar is not being knocked out. The Iraqi dinar is being knocked out of Iraq into the international community. The next thing that she says is a currency printing in exchange for the end of the financial crisis. Yeah. Yeah, you see, we printed the new currency. And you know why we did that? Because we were mandated to. And you know by who? The IMF. And yes, as we study this article, there it is, the IMF. I told you, family, the Fab Four are the ones that call the shots. They are the ones that tell the Central Bank of Iraq what to do with their currency in the sense of a monetary reform. The monetary reform, as you've been studying with me, has told you that the new small category notes have already been printed. For what reason? In exchange for the end of our financial crisis. Doggone it. Number one, we need purchasing power. Number two, we need to be able to have liquidity. We don't even have the currencies. The citizens are hiding it. Today I talked with a friend of mine that told me, yeah, my friends in Iraq are saying to each other, they say to their relatives, why are you taking your dinars into the bank? Well, it's possible. It looks like they're going to raise the value. No, they're not. No, they're not. And a great majority are still keeping their dinars underneath their beds. Salam, amazing, comes out and tells the whole world, not just Iraq, that the Iraqi dinar is being knocked out of the country into an international status. Now, if you don't believe me, you go ahead and go learn Arabic and try to learn the translation. And then she says that the currency that they've already printed for the reason of ending our financial crisis. In other words, the monetary reform of the Iraqi dinar to add value to it, under the supervision of the International Monetary Fund. Actually, under the Fab Four. What will Iraq do? What will Iraq do about international conditions? Well, sit down. Let me pour you a cup of green tea. You want some? Okay. You like milk with your tea? No, I don't eat it. You want sugar? No, I don't. I like mine plain too. I like my green tea nice and hot. Now, while we have some green tea, sit down and let me tell you something. This is a economic advisor that does a wonderful job with the monetary reform, with the CBI, with the Prime Minister of Iraq. She comes out here and, as you can see up here, it says, the expert in economic affairs, Salam, amazing, confirmed that the devaluation of the Iraqi dinar will reflect negatively. Well, wait a minute. Every time we read the articles, it said, we are devaluating the Iraqi dinar. And I tell you, don't pay attention to these bozos. They don't have any idea what they're talking about. Most of them are from the parliament. And here she comes out. And she tells them, hey, you, up yours. Stupid. The devaluation, your idea, that was thrown off the table. Here, Jen, look at me. Look. That's not it. It's something else. She says, your ideas were thrown off the tables. Ain't nobody going to devalue the Iraqi dinar because it's going to reflect negative on the citizens, and it's going to give us inflationary problems. And a result of all of this, our economy is just going to go. It's just going to go down the pipes. And another thing, consumer, our foods, our services, the demands that we have on our products and things, they're going to go up. They're going to go up in price. We need to increase the value of our currency. Knucklehead. It's not what you say. Amazing then comes out and continues and says, look at here. Let me talk to Yes, Iraq. Yes, Iraq is a well-known media. It says the government is facing a great challenge, which is to provide funds, to pay our bills, our expenditures, and reducing the value of the dinar. Are you kidding me? It's going to generate inflationary pressures on the citizens. Your idea of devaluating the dinar will, and it goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. She explains even further down here that the government is obligated, knucklehead. We're obligated to this reduction. Now, here we go again with a problem, because what she means reduction, in other words, the removal of the 3 zeros. And these changes will be in light of the state's need for financial resources and the increasing need for the pay and the salaries of employees. Everything that we've been talking about, family. Everything we've been talking about. The economic experts, Salam Amazing, the economic experts stress that the need to eliminate the leakage outlets, the what? Salam Amazing. Are there some people in Iraq that are going around talking about the monetary reform like a bunch of ignorant people? Yeah, there sure is. Get rid of that post that says, what is Allah, please? Sweetheart, Tina, you're a good person. I've seen you. You follow us, and you're a sweetheart. But Tina, here at KTFA, we don't talk about lops. And the reason why, sister, is because the other gurus on the other sites that don't know what they're talking about, they talk about a lop. This lady right here that I'm talking about, look at this, the economic expert, not those other people that told you about lop. This lady is the first one to tell you, no, no, we're not going to lop. No, we're adding value to our currency. The economic experts stress that the need to eliminate the leakage outlets represented by aliens, wait a minute. Salam Amazing, you mean to tell me that there's some leakage going around? You mean to tell me that there's some people? You mean to tell me there's some people in Iraq that are going around spreading information that is false? Like some gurus that like to talk about the Iraqi dinar here in the United States on the internet? It's going to be a lop. Yeah, right. And she would be the first one to grab that person by the throat and probably slap him a couple of times and say, you say lop to me one more time. Because that is just so ignorant. How stupid can you be to say this is a lop when you see very well what's going on? And you can see that they're telling you there's some people, we got to eliminate these leakage outlets that are talking as if they know what they're talking about the monetary reform. We're adding value to it, doggone it. In fact, guess what this article is about? I'm going to tell the whole world that we're going international. We're going international with our currency, so up yours. And it's represented by aliens, in other words, foreigners, especially Iran. Oh, no, they're not lifting the value. Oh, no, don't help them. Oh, no, leave it alone. Don't touch the auctions. No, hey, we're in charge of the CBI. Not anymore, Iran, are you? In fact, you're sending missiles? You're sending missiles to Venezuela, Iran? Holy cow. Holy cow. When God passed brains around, did you not get yours? You realize if you send missiles to Venezuela, Iran, we will blow them out of the water before they even get near Venezuela. Are you one of the leakage outlets that this economic expert is talking about? Anyways, and here, look at, and she's stressing. She's saying, "Doggone it! All you that are talking about the reducing the value of our currency, that's not going to succeed. No, that won't fly here. Get out of here." I tell you what. And unfortunately, I'm not about to fill in these blanks for you. If you want to fill in these blanks yourself, go right ahead. But I'm not going to. But I'm going to guide you, and here we go. So, Salam, amazing, continues. She says, I do not expect it to be by printing the Iraqi dinar currency. She's giving information here, family, that I don't want to tell you about. Because it would be a fatal blow to who? And this is unacceptable according to our links to, I can tell you that this is the Fab Four, and to, now, within the currencies offered on the global stock exchange, wait, stop, hold it, time out, wait, what'd you just say? Well, now, concerning, within our currency, the IQD, it's being offered now on the global stock exchanges. That's impossible. No, it is. Wait a minute. You mean the Iraqi stock exchange? You mean Herbal stock exchange? No. A global stock exchanges, not like the time of the blockades. You mean during the Marshall Plan that you've been going through all this time? You mean all the time that they were stealing from the auctions, Iran? They were blocking, they were stopping everything? Yeah. The situation is completely different. Well, praise God. Wow. So, ye who has the authority to tell me something about this monetary reform, you are telling me that you're raising the value? Wait a minute. You're telling me it's already been raised and it's now being accepted in global stock exchanges? I mean, I know that the Iraqi dinar is out there in the stock exchanges of the world, but nobody's using it. Nobody's buying it. It's a penny stock. No one uses it. But now, within the currencies offered on the global stock exchanges, it's not like the time of the blockades. The situation is completely different now. It sure is. Amazing continues and suggested that in her blog about the Iraqi currency, we're done printing it. In fact, she said, in the light of the current economic variables, I do not expect Iraq to print the Iraqi currency without a cover. They didn't, did they? They recalculated. That was the RV. That was the RV, right? To cover it? Yeah. Because the matter will be a fatal blow to the Iraqi dinar. Well, it's not going to be. It's not going to fail. The only place it can fail now is within the citizens, but the citizens are understanding. And then she continues with the article and she says, and I conclude that this is unacceptable. Yeah, the lies from the aliens, huh? No, the lies from these idiots in Parliament that just pick up anything and start to talk about the monetary reform as if they know what's going on. They don't know jack. They don't even know Jill. 1, 2, 3. Jack and Jill went up. You get it, Tink? Mm-hmm. Did you get it?
I did.
You think they got it?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Okay. So it says, and I conclude, this is unacceptable. It's lowering the value a lot. Are you kidding me? You go tell those gurus on the internet, up yours. This is unacceptable. Lop this. It's unacceptable. And you know who? Why it's unacceptable? According to our links with the International Monetary Fund. Oh, buddy. Okay. Hold on. Freeze. Nobody move, just freeze. What'd you say? What'd you say, lady? It's unacceptable. What? Lowering the value of our currency? I mean, What's lower than the snake's belly? It's already at a program rate. And the reason why it's unacceptable is because in according to our link, you know what the link, you know what link means? That word should not be there. It should be contract. I'm helping you with the translation, family. You're welcome. Actually, all honor and glory to God. This is unacceptable, she says, about lowering or doing anything else, because according to our contract with the International Monetary Fund, and actually it should say the Fab Four, and because the Iraqi dinar is now, there's that word again, now, among, oh my goodness, among the currencies offered on the global stock exchange. Not like the time of the siege. You mean the Marshall Plan? Yeah. And the world's boycott of the Iraqi government? Oh, you mean when your currency was worth nothing and your government was being run by Iran? Iran's puppets? Maliki? The situation is completely different. Wow. 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 Yeah, it is completely different. It's different now where they are about to show, in my opinion, the Iraqi dinar, the new currency, to the Iraqi citizens and the exchange rate. And it's pretty obvious that that is what's going on. There's no denial from one of the experts that was involved with the monetary reform. I'd like to now turn this camera around. Tink, I'm going to need your help now. And what we're going to do is I'm going to play you a recording between Delta and I. I'm not going to play all the recording for you. We talked for a while. And it was after a certain while, I told Delta, I said, hold on, let me make a recording, but keep quiet about what I just told you. You remember yesterday, in my opinion, I told you that if that dream of mine was true, which I guess apparently it was true, because the following day they told him, come into the banks and you have the articles for it. If that did occur, then if I was in that meeting with, and if I was the CBI calling all these executive level officers of the bank, I would say to them, I also have expectations of the following, and I gave you 9 expectations. And of those 9, 2 of them I said on this, and I left it blank, didn't I? Yeah, we did. Well, I've talked to Petra. I have talked with, I need to talk with M&M. I haven't talked to you, sir. I've talked with Delta. Walking Stick has talked to me. I've talked to other people. I'm going to call I-Team. All of these other teams that we have, they now know why there's less and less of the 3. Why there's less and less of what we normally do. And that's why we said to you, it's probably time that we meet you on the other side. It's getting to the point, I think in a week or 2, about a week or 2 from now. Did you want to answer any calls, Jen?
No.
Okay, because they're calling and calling. Where I will start to bow down, stand down, bow down, back away. You'll see why. I want them to tell you. I want them to take you on the other side, and I'll meet you over there. Until then, please, this is 19 minutes. Please enjoy. And like I said, I have already updated Delta with information, and it's already in his head as he's talking to me. But we're talking about this article. Please enjoy.
Printing money. See, there are that's coming up the BS about the devalue printing money. See, they don't know what the CPI is doing. Everybody's thinking that they're gonna print different money, but we know that they did print large denomination. But the key is here. This article, and this one is confirming exactly what all of us have been saying for so many years. I mean, in the conference call, we told everybody that Iraq does not control that. This is international thing, and you keep hitting on that all the time. The big four or the fat four, whatever you call them.
The Fab Four.
And this is this is exactly what it is. They're telling you right there that the Central Bank of Iraq, or the government of Iraq, whatever it is, they do have a contract with the International Monetary Fund, which is International Monetary Fund. They control the exchange rate of Iraq. And then the beauty of this article too, it's telling you already that the Iraqi dinar is listed on the basically like an exchange, international
That blew
exchange
me
rate.
away.
I mean,
That blew me. It says global.
It is. And this, it doesn't get more than, and he's telling you that now it's not like before. And before they had the sanctions, whatever, but now, I mean, he let the cat out of the bag, which is, we know it's coming. But the IMF, of course, they're not going to devalue. We all know that. They're not going to do that. They could have done that a long time ago. That's not going to do it. But this article is really very telling, and is exactly telling you what you and I and all of us, we told the family a long time ago, that the IMF control that. And of course, as known as the USA, like I said in my comment there, that, the USA control that. And we all know President Trump, U.S. Treasury, they control that. And remember, the IMF control them because of the Paris Club members. And what's causing me and the central bank governor for Iraq and the financial minister came from, like last week, from like Germany,
right.
France, and so those 3-4 big countries. And I mean, they told even the central bank governor, by the way, he told us 2 weeks ago that he's trying to see where's the final requirement so they can join the European banks. I mean, you and I, we know what it is. And for you to go there, and then this article coming out, this guy is making crystal clear that, number one, we cannot devalue. Why we cannot devalue? Because we have a contract with the IMF. And why we cannot do that? Because it's going to basically collapse the Iraqi dinar, it's going to devalue the currency. And this is not what was agreed upon, because right now the Iraqi dinar is listed like any other currencies. And this is another indication that Article 8 is there, and they're whatever the time frame they have, whatever it is, but they're about to do something with the currency go internationally. A beautiful article. I mean, beautiful stuff.
Tremendous. I like how she makes the points very clear. I mean, this is exactly what we told everybody. The Fab Four is in control. Once again, her name is Salam Suamazing, if that's how you say it.
Salam Sumaisim.
I'm going to call her Salam Amazing, like I told you, because she's telling you, look, we're not devaluing. We're going to knock out the Iraqi dinar. We're going to blow it out, man. It's going out of our country. And as far as she says, what is it, currency printing in exchange for the financial crisis, she's only saying that because she knows that the currency has been long ago printed. She knows that it's in the banks, and she knows that the banks are about to show the citizens these new small category notes. It's just
in this article, basically what she's saying is, she's talking about printing the more currency to cover the budget, whatever it is. But she's saying, can they do that? Yeah. Which then she explained to you that no, they cannot do that. She's talking about we know the large denomination is printed out. You and I, everybody knows that. But here in this article, she's talking about what the room is going on in Iraq right now. Or the government, they go to reprint more money so they can cover the deficit. So she's saying here, can they do that? And then she's saying no, they can, because they have a contract with the IMF. Yeah. It's telling you. So right there, they cannot reprint more money. I'm talking about the phase zero note, so they can cover the deficit. They cannot do that. Yep. Because you have to have a cover-out, you have to have a contract. You have a contract with the IMF. So this one, for those that they did not understand before what's going on, or for those that they doubt whatever we told them a long time ago, that really the IMF control the final say, and they control the pulling the trigger on the revaluations and the printing, whatever they need to do. And this one, it does prove and confirm to everybody that point.
Told you so. I agree with you, and I love the fact that she says, anything else that they're talking about, it's unacceptable. It is unacceptable. In other words, shut up. We have our connection with the International Monetary Fund, and the dinar, the Iraqi dinar, is now going to be among currencies offered on a global stock exchange. Oh my word! If she would have said it's going to be offered on the Iraqi stock exchange or the herbal stock exchange,
Right.
I mean, okay, same old, same old. Now, I will admit the dinar is on Forex. It is on other stock exchange, but not globally. This is a huge announcement from this woman that we are going international with our currency, which means Article 8, which means they've lifted the value because of the contract with the IMF. In order to be Article 8, you had to lift the value. Right, Delta?
Absolutely, and one more things I'd like to add when the financial minister had he had an interview a while back, was less than a month ago, and he said that the IMF he said the same thing, which is I think I did talk to you about this subject when he said the IMF, they're the one that decide whatever is going to happen, and they said for so many years they were like on the thinking that they don't have to change anything, exchange rate was okay at that time, but he said since coronavirus. 6 months ago, the IMF changed their tone and they're going to do something. And he said that like that. So we know now the IMF, they're thinking about it. I mean, if you and I and everybody else know what the solution, they know that too. They know that they cannot kick the can again and again. And if the IMF, they're in charge, I believe they have to do this. I mean, they are running out of time.
Yeah.
I mean, they have been kicking the cans forever, but now we got the right people in the right place. And just to let you know too that the central bank governor, man, this guy. By the way, I'm trying to get in contact with with the new central bank governor.
Okay.
On social media, by the way, he's basically all over,
Yeah.
and anything he does, I'm going to be able to see it from now on. Before it comes to the CBI website or whatever. But it looks like there's a lot of good talk about him.
Yes, there is.
And he's. I got a lot of information about him right now because I didn't know this guy before. But the last week or 2 weeks, I've been studying. He's basically biography and how he is, but it looks like he's one of the best people, man. Even his dad, he was well known a long time ago that he was very honest and he had integrities and he loved to help people. So it looks like we got the right person in the right place, man.
Well, Salam Amazing, that's what I'm going to call her, is on the same level. These are top-notch people. The prime minister, the new governor of the CBI, the cabinet. This is amazing. I love when she comes in there and about the global stock exchange, the whole idea. And she says, it's not like it used to be. We don't have the blockade anymore. And she's talking about Iran with the auctions. She said the situation is completely different. And then she says also again, it's not like the time of the siege. In other words, with this Marshall Plan that we've had our hands, tied up with the United Nations Security Council chapters against us, it's not that way anymore like it used to be in the time of the siege. And the world's boycott of the dinar. In other words, it was worthless. It was worthless, man. I mean, it had no value. The world's boycott of the Iraqi dinar. And then it says, and the Iraqi government, the situation is completely different. My goodness, what a beautiful testimony.
Oh, this is just amazing. I mean,
Beautiful.
she's telling you right there,
Beautiful.
which is you just nailed it right there. And she's saying that, no more sanctions, number one. Number two is all the sanctions that they had basically imposed on their currency, it's lifted. So now it's just a matter of, announcing basically the new rate, the one that's recognizable, tradable. I think the one that the IMF think is going to be the best option because, the IMF, they'll tell them exactly what's going on. I mean, that's why the central bank governor and everybody else with the financial minister and the prime minister, they went to Europe so they can give the assistance. Iraq, they don't have no experience of this. I mean, for you to revalue your currency, this is not something easy for them. So definitely they need the assistance. So for them to go there, and then the one that you sort of struck me to, and as I get you more excited is when he asked the European Bank what is the final requirements. I mean, so they're up to there. And remember, the representative of the government, that the financial minister was there, the representative of the CBI was, the governor was there. So, I mean, something did happen. Of course, even though the IMF, they're in charge, but they have to still have the signatures to sign off from the financial minister and the CBI governor. But definitely, brother, definitely, this is more and more confirmation that something is up. Of course, no, we don't know exactly the time frame, but we know that something is up, something is there. And this article, you have to reread it 3, 4, 5 times, because the first time will like you're gonna say, huh? And then the second time read it is gonna shock you, and then the third time is gonna knock you out to the floor.
And that's what it is. They said it's a knockout of the Iraqi dinar. And Walking Stick told me it's not like the dinar is being knocked out. The dinar is going to be knocked out of the country into the global environment because it has a new rate. And now everybody wants to date this pretty girl and take her to the prom. And I'm laughing. I said, you're talking like me now. But this is amazing. I'm making a recording. Do not talk about the date that I just gave you, but according to Walking Stick and our opinion, I think that what I just told you, I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen during that time that I told you and leading up to that date. And the other thing too, our Firefly told us last night. He says, Mr. Frank, we don't know what this is, but they're big SUVs, and they're being channeled in and out of the green zone. And they just brought in the armies, and they surrounded it. The CBI in the green zone is now surrounded with soldiers, and we have these big SUVs bringing in stuff in and out. And they also put up these walls. We don't know what's going on. We've never seen this before. Also, he said, it's not on our television. It's not on our news. He says, something is happening at the CBI. And I said, you think? You think?
It is, and definitely I do agree. There's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, that's why you see some of the parliament members, right? They're coming up with so many stuff because they don't know exactly what's going on. They know they did print the money, but everybody's thinking that they printed, the money that the 30 note, but they don't know that it's something else. All the time, those leaks, they go there, but they're not taking it the right way, which is, we know, as very confidential, very classified. And again, the CBI, they told us directly 2 weeks ago, and they said, we're not going to devalue, it's not going to happen, and they stopped right there. But if you're not going to devalue, then you have to reinstate, and we know that. But it was beautiful statement from the CBI, and they're telling you. But this lady here, I'm really give you indication who's smart and who's not when you have those articles. This lady right here in this article is a very smart lady, and she's telling it exactly like how it is. So for those that don't understand, I'm talking about the parliament. They come up with all the time those kind of, they don't know what they're talking about. Oh, the government is going to print the government. But this lady, she came out telling, no, wait a minute, you guys, you don't know what you're talking about.
That's right.
We cannot print because we have a contract. Number one, and number two is the IQD is listed now with other international currencies.
Yes. Good point.
So this is just by itself. Really, you have to really reread the article again.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. You have to read it. And again, when I'm reading it in Arabic, of course, you take the whole. it's totally different kind of flavor you take out of it when you read in the original text. Yeah. You translate it, yes, but you lose that taste. That flavor.
That flavor, yes, I know.
There, but the flavor is in Arabic is very good. It's like hummus and falafel and kebab.
Euro say, hey, I love the part where she says, I'm telling these economic experts, and I'm stressing to them, will you stop it with all the leakage? Remember that?
Yes.
Stop all the leakage outlets, man. And it says, and it's all represented by aliens. Okay. And what she means is, by all you stupid people that think you know what you're talking about and you don't know what you're talking about, stop talking, because you're just leaking out rumors that is not true. We have the currency. We're about to give it to the citizens. It's going international, globally. It's going everywhere. So just shut up. It reminds me of the Three Stooges. Remember when the Three Stooges would go, they would slap each other and hit each other on top of that. I can just see her doing that to all these other parliament members, just slapping them in the head or the face. Shut up with all this leakage, because what you're doing is you're making it worse. You're causing confusion in our citizens, and that's not what we're doing right now. The citizens know very well what's going on. The borrowing law is next. Today was the second reading. The third reading will be this Saturday. Once you get the borrowing law passed, that will be used in the calculations for the exchange rate as well, too. Now, I'm excited, my dear friend, and I think it's now time for you to come back. We put you in hiding on purpose, but now it's time for you to come back and go ahead and start telling the family some things, okay?
Yeah, but I'm gonna come start good. And I was back there. Probably know my situation. My brother's situation still now. It's getting out of hand now. He's back in Turkey again because of the coronavirus, and I'm trying to. And I did my best, and everybody did my best for him. But hopefully, this thing will kick in, and then we'll finish that. But that was what put me there. And then the second one, I was on purpose, like I said. Two reasons. One of them was my brother, and the other one was we're waiting for this to come out because really there's really nothing left. I mean, we know it's good, but they're hiding it very nice. I mean, the Central Bank of Iraq, the IMF, and they have to. I do remember a long time ago that the CBI, they would think that they don't want to tell the parliament about it because they don't want the leak to go out. They don't trust the parliament.
No, they don't.
Even the financial minister he's trying to devalue the currency. I mean, he doesn't know. So the CBI, they're in charge. The IMF is in charge. But definitely, brother, it's a great article. Yeah. And I told the family today in chat, Evie, from now on, I'm gonna try to go there, give them an update. At night or something like that, like I used to do before graveyard. I'll be there for a short time to see what's going on, and because I'm gonna have now live update from the Central Bank of Iraq. Not the one that you see on their website, but I have another source right now.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna watch that very closely, and I'm gonna report, whatever I can to the family, and whatever comes an update there, I'll be there. So every once in a while, I'm gonna be there in chat since I missed. I was absent from the conference call for a while now.
It's time.
I got from my boss, Frankie.
From me. No, but it's time to bring you back. I just didn't want them to be asking you the wrong questions because I really think that not only are we here, but we're at the point now where it's coming out. And that's why she came out and said, will you stop all this leakage? You don't put out the wrong information. They are about to show the citizens the new small category notes. And in what my opinion that I just gave you, let's see if it happens during this time, okay? I love you. I'm proud of you. I've made a recording, and I may even do a YouTube just to play this tonight because I think that your opinion is very valuable, and I appreciate it.
I think YouTube is going to help the family because really this article is very huge. And not only that, she's giving you the confirmation. This lady, she's giving you all the stuff that we have, talked to everybody. This is a confirmation right there that wait a minute, you don't know what you're talking about. Problem ones, finance, whatever you guys are talking about, those people that are talking ups and down economists, they're telling you right there. And this is the reason why they cannot do whatever everybody expects them to do. And that's why the CPI, they come back and they deny the devaluation. It's not going to happen. They have agenda. And remember what the central bank governor told us when he got the position. He said, I have two plans in my mind. One of them is reforming the bank.
Yep.
And then the second one, making the national currency stronger.
Very good.
So that's the best thing to do it. Anyway, brother, you take care. Pray for you. I love you. I love Tink, and I miss you guys tremendously. You take care, guys, of yourself. And we'll see what's going to happen, brother.
Indeed. I love you, and I thank you for this report. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Love you, brother. Bye-bye.
Okay. Here, Tink, I'll give this back to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have my point of view, and you have Delta's point of view. I'm pretty sure that Petra and M&M will give you their point of view inside of our premium, inside of KTFA. If you're a member of it, there's a chance that they may talk to you tonight. We need to pray for M&M's mother. She's gravely ill. Please pray for her. We need to pray for Delta's family that is trying to seek asylum and seek shelter in the Middle East. The COVID virus is not helping them any. And we need to keep our brother Petra in your prayers as well too. He is an important man, and we need to keep him in prayers as well. Walking stick, please continue to pray. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to now start to take you in the direction of my conversation with Walking Stick today. It's 7:45. Let's see if we can finish soon. Alrighty. What you are seeing with this article that's extremely important, very historical in our study, what you're seeing is not just Iraq. You're seeing what we've been telling you all this time. We call it the Fab Four. And one of them was the International Monetary Forum. And that's what you're seeing. The IMF, you don't see it in this article, but what was another part of the IMF? The World Bank. And the President of the United States of America. But in this article, you're seeing the IMF, the World Bank, and Iraq all dealing with the monetary and economic reforms of the country of Iraq. Got that? Good. The CBI basically is on behalf of the Iraqi government with this article. Make sense to you? I hope so. You see, this plan was drafted a long time ago. This policy, economic or monetary policies, was put in right after we went in. Back in 2003 we went in, but it was in 2004 that the monetary plan that you have been studying with me, that we have been trying so hard to teach you step by step about, that we gave you the Turkmenikins article in the final article threads so you can compare the two together and see how the steps are evolving for a country. This was done way back in 2004. Yeah, some 16 going on 17 years later, you are seeing it evolve. You are seeing it manifest itself right in front of your eyes. You see, family, this plan never had the intentions of not to RV. It never had the intentions of not to reinstate. Oh, let's lower the price. Oh, let's do this. Oh, let's not print, No. This plan, the intentions, and if you noticed yesterday I used the word expectations with you. Let that be your key word. The intentions, the expectations was with the Fab Four, the IMF, the World Bank, the United States Treasury, and the President of the United States of America. It is no longer Obama, it is Donald Trump, and that's why you're seeing what you're seeing. Especially in the whole Middle East. Today, our president was nominated for a sixth time for the Nobel Peace Prize. Do you think that he's going to be nominated 9 times? I do. The intention was not to revalue. They did over and over and over again. The intention was not to not reinstate. It was to reinstate the IQD. The goal was to bring the IQD back globally, internationally, and add value internationally for the citizens and for the citizens' purchasing power. This was the goal from the very beginning, to bring the Iraqi dinar back to the glory days. Old timers, do you remember those words? The glory days are here, but they've added more onto it. I won't give you the percentage of what I think has been added to it, but the mission has been accomplished. They have revalued. They are going to reinstate because they've already redenominated. No need to print more. The monetary reform of the Iraqi dinar, the plan, its intentions are right in front of your eyes right now. This agreement that you're seeing over here with the Fab Four, or part of it, the International Monetary Fund, and it's important that they show you the IMF, because the IMF, you see, the U.S. Treasury sent their supercomputers, their super people. They call it the currency engineering steps. Have you noticed that in some of the articles? Engineering technology. What does that mean? It means that the United States Treasury with its supercomputers went over there about almost 3 years ago, and they started to count M1, M2, M3 figures. Take inventory. They got rid of Iran. They got rid of the auctions. They busted people. They arrested them. Yeah, interesting. So all of this was done by the United States Treasury, one of the Fab Four, and they're still there, and they're going to stay there, by the way. Yeah, they're staying there. Then you also have the World Bank that is involved, and that's also part of this article, even though you don't see the word World Bank, but when you see where it's talking about going out globally, that's the World Bank. The IMF tells the Central Bank of Iraq, yeah, you can raise the value of your currency this much. And yes, you need this kind of backing. And let me see the currency. Let me see if it's legit. Let me see if it passes the standards of international. You got security features. Oh, that's good. Yeah, okay, so this is good. The IMF basically tells a country how, when, and where to change their currency, add value, take value away, destroy the currency, reprint it, whatever it may be, new coins, etc., etc. The IMF has a contract, it says right there, and it is unacceptable to do anything else except to raise the value of the currency. And then they go a step further. They step outside of Iraq and they say, hey, international world, you guys now got our dinars. How many times did I tell you, family, they have sent the Iraqi dinar? Oh, yeah, right, Frank, sure, yeah, right, I don't think so. Well, they did. Because now they're telling them, now that you all have this globally, you're going to use it. We raise the value. The thoroughbred, the horse, the beautiful, beautiful horse, he's in the cage. And all he's waiting for, I mean, he's kicking, he's biting, he's screaming, open the doggone gates. I want to run as fast as I can. And so you see the IMF and the World Bank here, two of the Fab Four. And then you also have the President of the United States of America that is all over this, without a doubt. And then, yeah, the IMF, which is telling them, we have a contract with you. We let you use the IMF tools. We let you use the Article 8 tools. So, you know, we, the IMF, gave you that permission. Nobody else could give it to you. We got the United Nations to get rid of Chapter 7. Y'all forgot about Chapter 7, didn't you? You see, Chapter 7 was the handcuffs that was put on the country of Iraq for their government, for their banking, for their political, for their schools, for their hospitals, for everything and anything. We're in control of you now because you told us to take care of you. It's called the Marshall Plan. And there was an agreement that was made with the IMF. And this agreement, you see, it says we have a link, but the word link is actually contract. So this a contract with the IMF and Iraq, it tells Iraq what to do. You know, the step-by-steps of the monetary reform. Iraq was to obey the plan and to implement it. This is what we're seeing right now. That is the length of our study right now. You see, I told you so many times, they sent the Iraqi dinar all over the world. You didn't believe me. But many central banks around the world got Iraqi dinars, especially the ones in the Middle East. Somebody asked me today, they said, well, Frank, why are you so stubborn? About what? Well, why don't you think that the Vietnamese dong is going to be in the basket? I didn't say it wasn't going to be in a basket. You said that there was going to be 9 Middle East countries in the basket for the Iraqi dinar. Well, yeah. You weren't specific what basket. The Middle Eastern basket is going to have 9 countries in it because of the 9 peace accords. They're going to get first take. That's the Middle East basket. Now, there's also an Asian basket, and that's where the Vietnamese dong is going to be in. But that's not this year. Maybe next year. Right now, the most important thing for the President of the United States of America is Iraq. It wasn't even about, looks like 48 minutes ago. There's a president on television. Who's he talking about? Iran. 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 Just like I told you. What did he say? As soon as I become president, the very first phone call I'm going to make is to Iran. Iran, let's make a deal. Do those words sound almost exactly familiar to you? All the benchmarks that Iraq had to meet for their 2 reforms, monetary and economic, were met. And that's why Chapter 7 was lifted. And that's why the United Nations Security Council ain't got jack on Iraq. And that's why you always hear me say, UN, mind your own business and get out of this. Get out of this. Get out of town. You don't belong in Iraq. And I mean it. They met all the benchmarks. Congratulations, Iraq. Congratulations, government. Congratulations, central bank. You met all the benchmarks for your 2 reforms. They were all met. And now they're being shown to the citizens and to the international world. This is just amazing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as we start to head toward the end of our conference call, I want you to remember there's going to be more and more coming out. As more and more comes out, there will be less and less of me. More articles are coming out, and you'll see some more tomorrow. All these articles from now on will be of value. That's why, what were my last words to you last night? My last words. It's not a dream anymore, it's a reality. And that reality has value. Pay attention to the articles that come out. You can understand them. You don't need me. You've already been well trained. You're good soldiers. You're ready to go into battle by yourself. The articles themselves that will be coming out will now, all of them, will now be of value. They will only show you this process of where it's headed. And these articles are only going to move forward. They will not reach back. They will not be stupid. Because it's now in print. Not the currency, but all the information that the citizens need to know. Everything that comes out from this point onward, it is now in print. And I want you to notice that this information that you're about to learn and read, that you're learning now, this is all ancient, isn't it? This is like Greek mythology. It's old, ancient history, isn't it? How many times have we told you what you're reading in that article, in final article number 100 and, well, actually, it's final article 401. But in our form, it was, thank you, by the way, Don 961. It was article number 144. For those of you that belong to Premium, you're going to be blessed tonight. They're going to talk heavily, I believe, the 3. Even Delta said that he will come in late tonight for you that are on the West Coast. He'll be there with you tonight. These articles have caught up with us. And all these articles that come out from this point onward are worth the study. Let these articles tell you more. You don't need for me to tell you too much more. The global exchange, or this global exchange, is when Walking Stick and I told you that Iraq is now paying their debt to other countries with their currency. Look at your notes. Look at your notes. Yeah, I told you the Iraqi dinar is being sent in massive amounts all over the place. Oh, sure, Frank. Where's the proof? That article. It is now global. How'd you know, Frank? This global exchange that you are now reading about is old news. And the articles that will be coming out, ladies and gentlemen, as you read them, you're going to say to yourself, I know this. I have been studying this at KTFA. Well, good. It is at that time that you should be filled with peace. You should be filled with the tranquility of understanding this monetary reform much clearer and less confusion that was being thrown in by the parliament members. I always told you, I always told Eddie, stay away from any of those parliament people. Parliament is elected by the citizens. Let me give you an example. I am in Barsaw. And in Barsaw, I have to vote, for my district representation in Parliament. That would be good. Hey, Ale, come here. Oh, here. Get Benny. Let's get him. But he's the butcher for us. He cuts the camels and he gives it to me. We don't want to lose Benny. We need Benny. No. Look at Benny. Come here, son. Come here. Listen to me. We're going to vote for you. We're going to send you into Parliament, okay? And you're going to help us out. You're going to send us all the money that you can in our district, okay? Yeah. And by the way, make sure you send Iran their part, okay? All right. Okay. No more. And the Barsaw area would vote in somebody that has no education, can't even count. How old are you? Hold on. "22." That was 18. Okay. And as ridiculous as I'm making it sound, it's just as ridiculous as it is. So, I never cared for Parliament, never have, never shall, never will, and neither should you. And we don't pay attention to people that don't know what in the world they're talking about. But you won't have that type of confusion anymore. Yes, ma'am, I would like that. Okay, all righty. I guess they would like to end this call now.
No, they want a free membership of premium.
Oh, well then you get a free membership. If any of you cannot afford $10 a month, I understand. And if you want to be a part of a premium, I'll give you a month free. Just call me. Anyways, family, I got to go see this show on I forgot what oh, jeez, I forgot. I told you already at the beginning and I forgot. Not the Hannity show. But, yeah, they're talking about Joe Biden's son. I'm just concerned. You see, when the president wins in a landslide.
Tucker Carlson.
What, honey?
Tucker
Carlson. Thank you very much. When he wins, he is going to get rid of the FBI director. Shame on you, sir, Mr. FBI director. Shame on you. 8 months you've had this evidence. It was disgusting evidence. Sir, when the highest form of our security, you know very well that when you see a crime, you're not supposed to turn away from it. You're supposed to report it. The fact that you didn't report it is a crime in itself. You're busted. You're disqualified and you're going to get busted by our president. You're not the only one, sucker. The shame of the left to put Amy under the disgusting the questions, the way they treated her when they were voting. I saw one Democrat in the back going, what childish games are these? You're all going to get wiped out. Didn't I tell you, family, when this is over with, that the Democratic Party would not be the Democratic Party? It would evolve into something that you do not, you just don't understand it. And you may support it because you don't understand it, but it will be crushed, it will be pulverized, it will be destroyed. Mark my words. Especially after the landslide. The shame that the left put on Amy will only be glorification to God. Oh, she's going to get rid of abortion. You think? Oh, she's going to get rid of Obama health care. You think? Oh, it's illegal to bring her in. You liars. It's the Constitution that says for us to do it. You mean you're against the American Constitution? You're against me. And our Constitution is something in God we trust. My Jesus was a carpenter. He was a capitalist. He built things. He didn't destroy things. He didn't tear them down. He built our human society with the example of his agape love. You're destroying our society with your disgusting attitude. Politics versus religion. No, there isn't any competition. Because to a Christian, everything is spiritual. The left denies my rights to exist, my rights to worship. So yeah, I'm a little political about the invisible. Because it affects the Christian church, my church. And you made it personal when you burned down my churches and you closed them. But you allowed everybody else to go out there and protest, but you closed my churches. The left worships people. They don't worship God. They worship each other. They would worship Charles Manson. You go back to your boss, left. Whoever it is. Give him the 10%, fine. I give my 10% where it should go. You go back to your boss, the vipers that you guys are. And you tell your boss that he lost with me. His vote is dead with me. By the blood of my Jesus Christ, you tried to kill me, keeping me at home. I took it very personal, especially with what I'm going through. I couldn't even get into the hospitals. $200,000 people have died. You lie. One death is tragic, but the exaggeration of deaths is sick. About 130,000 of those 200,000 plus are all lies. I've talked to many doctors that told me how angry they were that they had to fill in the death certificate and say it was COVID, and they know it wasn't COVID. In 1 year, about 250,000 people died just from receiving the wrong medication in the hospital or picking up an illness when they go to the hospital. That's called nosocomial diseases. By keeping me in my home, people couldn't even get to the emergency room. People died left and right. You're murderers. And don't even get me started with abortion. Biden, sir, you are a habitual liar. As far as I'm concerned, your parents raised you wrong. Either that or you sure let your mom and dad down. What is about to be revealed about you and your family, especially your son and the perversion of your son, it will destroy this far left party. The left is in a jihad, family. The left is in a jihad against the Christian world, against me. I accept the challenge. I'm a warrior for Jesus Christ. I'm not a warrior for Satan. Anyways, congratulations, Amy. Congratulations, ma'am. You are really showing the far left. You see, the far left doesn't want women to have a voice, to have a career. You stay home, stay barefoot and pregnant. You go, Amy. You be the hero for many young girls. Oh, they appointed you today. I saw you swear in with President Trump next to you. I wonder. Hillary. Happy birthday. Weekends at Bernie. Whew. Let me have my phone so I can leave with this last thing. We're down to about 2-3 minutes here. I don't know if you saw this, but if you didn't, this is a good way to end it. Watch this. Oh no, the volume is off. Turn it on. Okay, let me see if I can get this thing to work, family. Hold on a second. Oh, honey bunny.
What?
Can you help me? Why isn't my volume?
Turn it on.
Oh, I had to push the volume. Oh, okay. Shh. Hey, shh. How do I do this?
Just who's actually pulling the puppet strings of Beijing Biden?
This fall, get ready for a presidential candidate unlike any other.
I think we're good.
Not good.
别忘了拜登，Hunter 还欠咱们呢。
Weekend at Biden.
How long do we have to keep this up?
November 3rd. that is going to be a hit. That's going to do it for the Chris Salcedo show.
Oh, come on, man. Yeah, Bernie. It turns out that he decided 6 days away from the election, he put another lid. He's not talking. He's letting others talk for him. He put another lid. Tell you what, sir. Why don't you crawl in that garbage can and put the garbage can lid on top of it? Y'all take care. God bless you. Thank you kindly for being with me. Go vote. Bye-bye.
This session is no longer being recorded. Goodbye.
Now can I have that cookie? Now can I
There's
have the
no
cookie?
cookies.
But I did eat a cookie in that. Look at over there. You see that drawer?
Yeah.
The second drawer down in the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I opened up that drawer and there's a bunch of cookies in there and I ate one.
Those aren't cookies.
They're not cookies?
No. I
What are they?
threw all the cookies out.
Well, they tasted like
Were they round?
round,
Were they brown?
brown,
What did it taste like?
and kind of chewy, fibery.
Those are dog treats.
Oh, I'm out of here.